What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Adrift. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while, and I found my way out.
Internal data transmission received. Sender, Hawking, Samuel. Hardiman Aerospace Mission Director. 13, June, 2037.
Commander, your request to move Hand 4 Spiritus into beta ahead of schedule is denied. While S.O. Hudson's pre-beta contingency plan indicates success, the risk associated with an untested production increase of this magnitude is great and could endanger everything we're working for. Do not let frustration with slow-moving progress cloud your judgment and lead to poor decision-making. You must remain dedicated to our collective purpose. This is an effort to aid humanity. You are a small but important gear in a much bigger machine. Mankind above all else. Let me be perfectly clear. There is no scenario where deviating from plan is an option.
Well then, that makes my operating theater mighty small, don't it? Welcome on back to Adrift. I wasn't expecting to get cut off right there. Apparently, they locked off the door we came through so that I would go through another door and like vent out into space. Didn't work out so great because we had no oxygen left. That plan was not the best of contrived plans. However, came back, reloaded the checkpoint, saved the oxygen this time around and redid it, so we're good. Does this thing open? This thing does not open, does it? Oh, man. Is there any way for me to get this to open? Because we need oxygen. And I'm bumping into walls again. Wonder if there's an access point around here that I can use. That one right there has debris around it. Seems possible. If not, maybe even a little plausible. Looks like the roof might be busted over here on this one so we could get back inside. I think maybe. Let me get a little bit higher up so I can get a view of it. There's got to be a spot around here somewhere where I can get back inside the space station. It looks like there's a hole in the roof right there, so I might be able to make that work. Depends. The game's a little bit finicky about collision. I don't know if that's big enough. I mean, we can give it a go. Hey, we fit. Hopefully we don't end up with any weird glass tears or anything like that inside of our suit. But we made it back inside. That's what I was actually quite worried about. So let's grab a water bottle over here, an oxygen bottle, an H2O bottle minus the O. I don't think we need to play around with this. That sounds like a water bottle with no fun involved. You mean there's absolutely no O in your water? Well, if there's no O being provided by your water, why do I want it? I just don't want water that doesn't provide me with at least one O. And now we push the button for the vocalist system and we should be good. That'll be our second objective taken care of. That'll leave us with 2 further in quadrants of the space station that I have yet to be inside of. But we're moving along. We're moving along pretty well in this little title. I think we'll probably be able to get it done in the next couple episodes.
Activating vocalist system terminal. Mainframe online. Cerebrum core detected. Cerebrum module repair required.
Yeah, let's do this thing. Lock me in, Chief. And so was this one in the floor last time, or was it in the ceiling? I can never remember. I think it's in the floor. Yes? In the floor? No, it's not in the floor. Okay. So that's Salvus. Oh, it opens up right here. And it must have... Oh, yeah, I think it had all 4 cores in the exact same room. The other fun part about this, in the previous episode, we had upgraded our thrust speed, which actually doesn't appear to have affected much. Not gonna lie to you about it. I was expecting something... I was expecting to rocket around and just have a really, really good time here. Just essentially putting a whole bunch of nitrous in my suit. Or otherwise allowing me to do all kinds of cool aerial tricks, but it didn't work like that. And so now I've got to figure out how I'm going to turn aerial tricks without it. And you can't turn aerial tricks without your thrust. I mean, that's That's like astronauting 101. Although I prefer the Astra-ising, so that's what I'm doing right now. Keeping it positive. We got the orange cookie, which looks like it goes in here. Oh my god, I'm all kinds of upside down and stuff. Great orange cookie of power. I sacrifice you to the great machine. Seems a little terrifying to me that an LCD can, like, suck something into itself.
Mission control to North Star. Communications array alignment successful. Data stream is now open. Commander, we are now one step closer to getting you home. Over.
Cool. I mean, you could just send the backup shuttle. I know you guys got it. I bet if the Supreme Commander was up here, you would send him the backup shuttle, wouldn't you? I bet they would. They're playing me foul right now because I'm not high enough up the chain. Definitely could use a little bit more movement speed. I'd be trying to get this done as rapidly and quickly as possible if it was me. Simply because death in space doesn't sound like a super attractive prospect. It doesn't seem like something that I want to endeavor to spend my time working on. Why is it that none of the doors that I ever want ever open for me? There we go. Now I gotta go back over to here. It's also difficult because we're in like 3 space, and so it's easy to overshoot stuff and overlook things. I'm sure I've overlooked at least a half dozen things so far. We can do Mobilis propulsion systems. If that gives me a boost, that sounds good to me. Let's go do that. Did I already start that one? Oh, I gotta restart the vocalist, that's right. Here, let's restart vocalist real fast. Wait, do I have to restart vocalist? I guess I must not. It says we got 2 objectives right here, so we gotta pick between Solaris, which is power management, and we gotta decide between Mobilis. I will probably go with Mobilis, but it didn't look like it wanted to turn on. So that might have been one of the ones that we already started up on. I don't know. Let me get some oxygen back real fast. Alright, so we got an objective that's back towards Vocalist. And it looks like we've got several back here in Solaris. Now, Solaris may be a little bit weird because...
Activating Solaris system terminal. Solaris system damaged and offline. Initializing diagnostic sequence. Cerebrum core corrupt. Mainframe offline. Cerebrum module inactive. Solaris system repair required for Salvus EEV power system operation. Locate system mainframe. Fabricate cerebrum core. Repair cerebrum module.
Alright, and I assume that once we get a little bit further into this zone, they're going to explain what that entails getting after the mainframe, because so far it said to go after the main...
Mission control to Commander Oshima. Solar power and propulsion mainframes damaged and unable to communicate with Hand Force Cerebrum. Manual repair required for EEV charge, operation, and manual launch capability. Over.
Yeah. I think we're already part of the way through this one, if I remember correctly.
Hand for personal data device version 4.7 acquired. Multiple personal data devices detected and online. Location coordinates unknown.
Well, let's see what's on this computer over here for a little bit of fluff. Commander Oshima, I have reviewed your Spiritus production plan ahead of review. You are tracking positively, and I remain optimistic. Regarding your alternate proposal, I can see very real benefits here, and the data supports your plan around increased Spiritus production methodologies. The opportunity to implement parts of this plan into our current efforts exist, and frankly speaking, are innovative. That being said, I believe it's imperative that you do not deviate from the current objectives. The health of your crew, your station, and our mission have all been negatively affected by delays and extended timelines. Stick to the plan, close this down, and bring us home, Commander. This is your moment to shine. Okay, did I already read this one? I think I must have already read this one. Director Hawking, I've prepared and packaged requested data materials. Han-4 Administrator has been instructed to schedule and conduct a full briefing for you and your staff. I've also included an alternate aggressive Spiritus production proposal that I believe warrants discussion and consideration. This is something that I believe we can accomplish within our dates with minimal impact and maximum benefit. I look forward to your review and comments. Commander Oshima, 4th September 2037 has been identified as Luna 2 settlement. Details around official briefing and announcement are being finalized and will upload to Han-4 Administrator within 72 hours. In advance of this information, I'm taking this opportunity to remind you that the initial success of our next lunar colonization effort rests on you and your crew's shoulders. Spiritus progress is encouraging but leaves little room for failure. I'd like a full mission update and objective refresh before your settlement date, dissemination, and crew download. Everybody with their official language. You can just be like, hit me up before you distribute the orders. Couldn't we? I think I do move faster. It's just that because all the relative points are so far away after they first recharged me, I was back out into open space. It didn't feel too much faster. But indoors, it feels alright. Hold still. As always, if you jiggle too much inside the suit repairer, you might come out without a face. I mean, you can't scream because you have no mouth. So you just like... And you would just have a missing face, and they'd be like, what happened?
EVA repair sequence complete.
And they just be like, oh, she was inside the EVA repair machine, and then she sneezed while she was in the middle of a diagnostic, and now she has no face. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Oh, here's Oliver's room. Oliver and company. Bing, bing. Sebastian, thanks for the push. This is from us to Olivier. Thanks for the push, again. Called in a favor to get a transfer approved for McDonough today. Will be at least a week before hearing back from Santa Monica. Everything looks really good, but I'm going to need him to get us into the Spiritus beta and crew expansion. Hopefully he can keep it together until July. Honestly, I just hope he'll be relieved. He's ready to go. He's probably not the only one either. You believe it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission, the story of my life. Hudson's been beating me with this stick since we were kids. This has got me in trouble more times than I care to count, and someday I guess I'll learn it. I've also noticed you're looking well today. That makes me happy. Alex, you must not beat yourself up over these things. Yes, you have sharp edges, you believe it. It's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. These qualities that you possess do not always make everyone happy, but they are part of who you are, and they are admirable. Try not to let it weigh you down. We're all flawed in some ways. I've made many, many mistakes. Leadership is not for the weak, ma petite. You must now focus on young Andrew. He's no longer connected to what we're doing here. His heart is at home and his soul with his daughter, and that is where he's belong. Yeah, I think we already read these. I'm like 80% sure we already read these. Ow. High-speed collision with the wall, sorry. I don't know my own strength at this point. The Han-4 Filtrum system. Filterum on up. That's actually how it's pronounced, Filterum. It's not Filtrum, it's Filterum. Filterum on up. Get the particulate out of my face. Gonna be so good. Gonna get a water bottle. Open for me, great space sphincter, that I might go forth and diagnose the problems found within this here space station. Does make it harder to stabilize, though. Makes it much more interesting to stabilize. So what I'm looking for...
Mission control to North Star 4. Data scans indicate massive damage to solar power generation wing. Area extremely dangerous and unstable. Exposed and active power nodes confirmed. Area requires careful traversal, Commander. Over.
Dangerous and unstable. Sounds like my ex. That would be the joke that I think most people would put right there. So feel free. It's an easy joke. It really is. It's the easy one. Sometimes you gotta shoot for the easy one. So how far do they want me to go with this? This place is looking a little zappy and buzzy right here. Feeling not so shiny about... Oh, there's a dead guy in there. Maybe I should investigate the dead guy. Alright, let's investigate said dead guy. Ow! Bastard. Okay, so we got zapped by a tendril of lightning, so we can't go anywhere near that right now. So instead what we need to do is we're going to reroute. I'm going to try to get back inside the station. We're going to try and reoxygenate right there at that point. We don't have much of a choice now. The place we are currently attempting to go is more than likely there and over here. Would be my best guess. But one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Let's focus on non-suffocation first. And then once we've got our suffocation, no breathing sortified out. Oh god, that was a phase of music that I'm glad is over. Rap rock was the worst. Ugh. There we go. I need this thing really, really badly right here. If there's a repair station around, I would also accept it, but I'm of the opinion that we will more than likely not be able to find one anywhere useful anytime soon. Alright, so that's all out of the way. Let's get back out into space. That zap really hurt us, though. That zap hurt us badly. You can tell because we've got that crackle burst finish all over our visor right now, and space does not look nearly so beautiful and far away. Now it looks like right outside our suit we're probably going to die.
Manual repair required.
I understand, robot. Thank you for your super awesome input about the fact that my suit is super broken and that I'm inches away from the precipice of death. Oh, look down! Earth looks so much more threatening now. That looks like the Han for Solaris. So I think that's where it wants us to go, hence the giant text in my HUD. That would be super useful, though, like if in real life you had that. Imagine, like if we just had a helmet that we wore in real life, and then when you needed to go do a thing like work, it would just pop up and be like, work is over here. Bing, boom, bing, boom, bing, boom, bing, boom. I'd be pretty happy about it. We've got a pretty sizable float in front of us. That gives you a lot of time to think. I feel like space would be a very, very introspective type place. You can float around for a little while, think about things that you hadn't had time to think about in the reasonable past. Fun stuff. I think it would be it'd be better if I wasn't close to dying in space. Like, this would be a little bit too lonely for me to think properly. I might have, like, panicky thoughts like, yeah, I'm gonna die. Ah, what is that, a space lobster? Like, I'd be slightly worried about the things going on. Space lobsters are a legitimate concern. Why do you look at me like that? Everybody always looks at me like that. Space lobsters. That's all that I'm saying. Is it really so hard to believe crab people control everything on the planet? Is it really so hard to believe that maybe crab people control everything out here in space too? Things to think about. I don't think I could get back in that other way that we just went past. I think I have to, like, go around and, like, connect or something. But I'm not completely and totally sure. Navigating in space is a very, very difficult task, and not one that I'm really suited. Okay, I'm suited. I am suited for it right now, I guess, in a literal sense, but in a metaphorical sense, I'm not suited. Like, it requires clubs. I'm more of, like, a hearts guy. Got a crate over here. I don't know. I'm just going to follow my diamonds, and I'm going to hope for the best. Grab that bottle, though, on the way by. Sucky, sucky, sucky on my oxygen bottle. It is gonna make me super lucky and throttle my death from happening. It's a song I'm working on. It's called Throttle My Death. I thought about putting on my death metal album, but I think it's gonna be on, like, my cheery children's song album instead. It says that whatever I need is, like, right here. But I don't see it. I'm right on top of my diamond right now. Navigation in this game is a little bit... That's the best way I know how to describe it. I don't really have words for it. Like, sometimes it tells you the right place to go, and then other times it sends you to places like this where it says we have a diamond we're supposed to be investigating, but I do not see no diamonds. This is not one of those Leo DiCaprio moments. Maybe I'll try and open a door? Apparently we found the laser storage section of the ship. It seems a little over risky though, and the objective is definitely behind me. And not like in the good sense, as in like I've accomplished the objective and now it is way behind me. As in like the objective is on my HUD behind me and I have not accomplished it, which means I've bypassed it. And now people are going to make comments and be like, oh, Splattercat doesn't know how to look at diamonds. Like, no, no, no. To the contrary, I am quite proficient at staring at diamonds on my radar. I don't think that's it either. That one looks meat grindery, but with electricity. It's like a Tesla meat grinder. I just bumped my head on a wall. Great. Damn it. Get out of the door. There. Sometimes you just got to do like a manly noise until you escape from a bad situation. I'm a little bit confused. But not so confused. Is there anything like floating up top that maybe it wants me to go after? Sometimes the diamond will go away and it'll like update where you're supposed to be, but it doesn't look like it. I'm still just floating dangerously and precariously, hanging with my ass over the earth. Oh, that would be super funny to moon the entire planet, like at the same time. Like, look at my butt cheeks, Earth. Take that. You're so small and tiny. Okay, you're kind of huge underneath me, but I'm not saying you're fat, Earth. Earth's been on a diet lately. And so Earth's been like, well, you always got to point out the fact that I'm so round. Why you got to be like that? It's not my fault you're a sphere, although, to our perception, it looks like this right here. But in actuality, the Earth is kind of like this ugly potato shape. It is what it's called, the geoid. It's not attractive. Actual pictures of the Earth in its real shape are much, much less majestic than this. I hate to be that guy to sort of destroy your illusions, but that's the way she goes sometimes. There's a lot of fragmented shit out here. There's no more oxygen, is there? Oh, there's one right here. Got it. Gimme! Don't run into the wall. Our suit's about to explode. Okay, so we have oxygen. I think I'm gonna make... I don't know. We gotta find an entrance point on that big sphere over there, because that's the other location that it's pointing our objectives at. I think I'm just gonna ignore this one for now and pretend like it doesn't exist, and we'll float off to the right. I'd feel a lot better if it didn't look like our entire space base was built with like a hyper-futuristic erector set. Like the whole thing looks ratcheted together. It looks like a hamster tube floating in space. The second they showed me a picture of this thing in my astronaut briefing, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not living in that. That's a hamster tube in space. We better come up with a better plan than hamster tube in space. Listen, I've had hamsters. They lived inside tubes. They didn't seem so stoked about it. They were constantly making little hamster noises. They got those little wiggle butts, though. Little wiggle butts was kind of cute. I don't think we can go in... I think that's a glass window right there. I'm pretty sure that's a window, so we got to go all the way around and do this the hard way. But I promise it's going to work out. We're just taking a detour right now. I've never understood the term detour because that means that they're like disassembling the route. I've always thought they should call it a retour because like you're going a place on like a tour, right? And then they're like, oh, that's shut down. And so they redo it. They give you a retour. Just a thought that I had the other day. I had to drive on a detour. It was upsetting. The freeway was bogged down, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go around it using a frontage road. Yeah, I'm the shit. I know this area. Locals only, what? And then I used the frontage road. And it turns out the frontage road has been shut down for like a month because they're building some overpass thing. And so they just like grenaded the middle of the street and were like, yeah, you can't go this way anymore. And so then I had to go back around and go all the way back to where I was and like loop back through the city and end up taking longer. I should have just waited out traffic. I was very, very upset. Gambled and lost. Gambled and lost, my friends. And not only lost, like, ooh, we don't have enough health for this. We're going to have to do this right the first time. Please don't harm me, little sizzle sticks. Please don't let it happen. Ooh, that'd be a good name for like a tamale. Like, you know, like hot tamales? You could get like a cinnamon, like really spicy peppermint flavored thing. That'd be it, sizzle sticks. I bet it's already a thing. They already got tricky sticks or whatever the hell they're called. Trippy sticks, that's what they are. I never had one though. Got an audio log over here.
Encrypted personal transmission, Medical Officer, Edwards, Liam, 12, June, 2037.
Oh, I think this is the one that we already had. I'm like 80% sure this is one that we've already taken care of. I was going to talk over it. Never mind. Ain't nobody need to talk to Liam anyways. We're just going to ignore him. It's going to be perfectly fine. Don't even concern yourself, Noble Nerd Castle. Instead, the spiky ball thing over here, we're going to go around it. And if I bump my shin, I'm pretty sure our suit's going to explode. You'd think Hardyman would splurge a little bit when they come up with this stuff, but nope. Discount suit. You know, I think I came here before and the door was locked because we were working on multiple things at the same time, and I don't think you're allowed to do more than one objective at a time. So this time around, I bet you anything it's probably unlocked, and then we're going to waltz right up to the mainframe computer, and it's all going to be amazing and super, super supple. Supple things are awesome. Who doesn't love supple things? It's kind of a rigged word, though, supple, supple, supple. It's like nipple. It's the same way, and I think it's because it uses like the same suffix type deal. PPLE. Can't trust a word that ends in PPLE, but you can definitely like it. Let's see here. Solaris room. What's going on in here? More sizzle sticks? I don't see anything activatable. But maybe, I think last time this door wouldn't open for us. So let's give it another go and see what happens here.
Activating Solaris System Terminal. Mainframe online. Initializing hand 4 EVA diagnostic sequence. EVA boost repair detected. Initialize EVA boost repair. EVA boost 100%. Exit hand 4 EVA diagnostic environment. Initializing Cerebrum Core diagnostic sequence. Cerebrum Core corrupt. Cerebrum Core fabrication required. Initiate Cerebrum Core fabrication. Cerebrum Core fabrication complete. Cerebrum module repair required.
Ah, the green cookie.
Initiating power system reset.
By far the best cookie of all, if I would say so myself. It is my favorite color, though. Everybody loves the color green. It's relaxing. It's like nature. Every time you see the color green, it's like you're just like a bear, like a deer in the woods, just chilling, pooping everywhere, not caring about where you are, what you step in. Yeah, whatever. Constantly fearing for your life because things are confusing and you don't understand them and everything wants to eat you. Alright, so maybe being a deer would kind of suck, but you get my point.
EVA mobility repair successful.
So I have boost now. Is it dope? Let's boost. There's nowhere to... This is kind of a small area, and I'm a little bit damaged to boost right now, though. Maybe I should not do that. I wonder if those spheres over there, we can get inside them now. I still see the electrical gate thing, but... maybe we should go have a look. Is it? Yeah, it's still zappy.
None of this matters. The important part is that I'm clean. I'm getting through today, and I'm not going to die out here. Surely I'm not perfect. Who among us is? I'm helping people. And that's helping me. Thanks for letting me share.
Oh yeah, it let us in. So in the next episode, we will go ahead and take a look at the area and verify if indeed our dear friend was actually squeaky clean. My name is Splattercat. This is Adrift. I'm grabbing an oxygen. Okay, I'm knocking an oxygen bottle back out into space on accident like an idiot. That one's gone. Let's forget about it. I'll see y'all next time. Hi, do everybody.